Skye Squad, we are back in the building and we gotta talk entertainment news today. We're gonna be talking about Love and Hip Hop, Tokyo Vanity, Real Housewives of Atlanta, NENE Leakes, Carlos King. We got it all for you, so let's go ahead and dive right on in. First things first, sad news for Tokyo Vanity. She will not be returning to Love and Hip Hop for the brand new season. I know y'all's is upset, okay? Here's what she said on her Instagram. She said, in my depart from Love and Hip Hop ATL, I just want to say I love y'all so much. Thanks for helping me expand my brand. If we ain't do nothing else, no matter what chaos was going on, we always had a good laugh and made great memories. Y'all make sure y'all tune into the new season on July 5th, okay? So, at least, you know, in my mind, I feel like it's great that she was able to, you know, depart hopefully on her own terms and, you know, wish the cast good luck. At a certain point in time, you know, a lot of people find that reality TV is just not good for them or it's not healthy for them. Who knows what the case may be, but we want to salute Tokyo Vanity and wish her well in her next endeavor. Are you guys going to be sad about Tokyo Vanity not being on the new season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? To me, she added an element of comedy to the mix that I definitely think will be missed. So we'll just have to wait and see, you know, who steps in to fill in that comedic role outside of Carly Red, okay? Now let's move on into some really sad news with regards to NENE Leakes. In an interview with the Jasmine brand, and then it was, you know, it made its way throughout the media. I'm sure most of you guys may know, NENE Leakes did reveal that Greg Leakes' cancer has returned. He is currently in the hospital. She expects him to be there for another week, and she does say that it is difficult. Now, you guys may recall during season 11 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, NENE went through a similar situation, you know, for the first time with Greg, and we got to kind of see a lot of that play out on the screen. And I just, you know, I think it's got to be a difficult road for them to continue to walk down, but it did seem as though she was in relatively good spirits about it. And I know that there are a lot of people out there who have family members who have dealt with this, loved ones, spouses. So really, it's an important time to keep our hands up in prayer for NENE Leakes and for Greg Leakes during this period of time. Now, in that same interview with the Jasmine brand, one of the things that she did mention also was that she felt like she was being mistreated by the Real Housewives of Atlanta, either production staff or the network, what have you. Actually, to be really quite clear, she says that she was mistreated behind the scenes as she reflected on her time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She says that they hated me and she felt like she was just there to be a workhorse. Now, in all fairness, I know that a lot of people would probably prefer that she not be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, you know, when doing an interview with NENE, there's no way you cannot ask about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And you just can't leave that question out. So for those people who may say, I wish she would stop talking about it, because I did see some comments in the comment section, you know, saying that they wish that she would, and I understand that notion. But I also think that in terms of, you know, doing interviews, it's always going to come up because that is how she gained her notoriety and became a household name, was because of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And so it stands to reason that people would wonder, you know, well, what her thoughts were about it, or why she took the road that she did when she chose to, you know, out how she felt like she was being mistreated. She felt like the treatment, according to this, she felt like the treatment was unethical. So there's a lot that, you know, is still percolating behind the scenes with this whole situation with NENE Leakes. So with that being said, you know, let's shift gears and talk a little bit about Carlos King. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Carlos King's last season producing The Real Housewives of Atlanta was season 9. Now, seasons 6 and 9 are hailed as two of the best seasons of The Real Housewives of Atlanta ever, okay? Now, given that season 9 was his last season, that was also the last season that we saw Phaedra Parks. And it was also the same season that we had the 4-part reunion. It was huge that year. And, you know, Carlos indicates that, you know, in that season, he had to have several conversations with the cast in order to help them, you know, really give their all. And he said it wasn't uncommon for him to have those conversations with the cast. And a lot of them would curse him out because he was requiring so much from them that season. Well, except for Kenya Moore, because he says that Kenya Moore always understood the assignment, which most of us already know. However, the fascinating thing is that he said that this particular season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, this last season, was not interesting to him. It was the first season, I think, in all the seasons that he's not been a part of, that he actually didn't watch the entire season. So, if you guys haven't seen that interview, you have to watch it. It is about a 4-minute clip, and it is everything. And in the same clip, he talked about how I just told you that he had to have numerous conversations with the cast during season 9 because he felt like they were getting too comfortable and how it was a tough show to produce. Mostly because, you know, I think that they've been on the air for so long. A lot of them have kind of gotten used to the amount of success that they've had. And in my opinion, I also feel like a lot of them have been relying a lot of times on the friends and the guests to actually do a lot of the heavy lifting for the seasons. So it stands to me, and I feel like I am so team Carlos King in this situation and in most situations, because I feel like he understands production. I feel like he understands reality TV. I think he has a great grasp on what makes a good show for each individual show that he works on, because each show is very different. And one of the things that he pointed out, and I think I might have already said this, but he really cares about what's happening on the screen with the ladies, how much energy they're putting into it. And I can attest to you guys this little bit right here. From my limited experience with reality TV, you know, from doing Stripped, for me, I just felt like, you know, filming for 21 days, I felt like I was giving everything in my life. I gave it all of my energy. I gave everything that I had to give. And my producers required that of me, to be quite honest with you. I mean, they pushed me to be my most authentic and my most genuine self, while also, you know, having energy. You know, there's a lot that goes into filming these shows. There was nothing that was fake about it. It's just that they want all of you. And in order to make a great show, it does require all of you. It requires every little bit of energy that you have, because people can read authenticity on the screen, and the producers can also read your level of authenticity, of what you're going through, being transparent, and all of that. So I can understand what he's saying, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys agree that this season wasn't the best season in comparison to seasons past? And for me, to be quite honest with you, I think that they need Carlos King back on that show producing. But that's just my thoughts. Meanwhile, that's the news that we have for you guys today. I am literally going through the worst allergy attack I've had in the past couple of months. So I had to push through today because, you know, the news means a lot to me and I wanted to be able to deliver it for you guys as best as I can. So with that being said, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button, and I will catch you in the next video.